Welcome everyone to Inner Phoenix. My name is Janine, and I am the Director of Moving to End Sexual Assault and the Director of Trauma Services at Mental Health Partners in Boulder, Colorado. I'm a psychologist and a yoga teacher, and I have witnessed the power of yoga to help people heal from the impact of traumatic stress. These yoga practices are intended to facilitate grounding and a connection with ourselves as we move to build a sense of empowerment and resilience as we work through our journey together. While I will cue you in different poses throughout the practices, feel free to do what's best for your body on this day at this time.
Hello, welcome to Restorative Yoga. I'm Melissa Carey, and we're going to be working with the vagus nerve today. So the vagus nerve is actually one of the biggest, longest nerves in the body. It comes out around the jaw and comes all the way through all of the organs in the belly and all the way down to the very front of the hips. And this nerve is responsible or helping with our rest relax response. So when we want to, when we have good vagal tone, it means that we are able to do what we want to do, so we can access the sympathetic nervous system, and rest when we need to rest to access the parasympathetic nervous system. And today we're going to be working with trying to get that nerve to calm and relax and find some resource within the body when you might be feeling stressed. So we're going to come to laying down to start. We'll only need like a blanket, a mat, and a block today. So have a block nearby. You might want two. I'm going to come to laying down. And we're just going to take this block and slide it underneath the head so that it's coming down just a little bit ways down the neck. So we don't want it to be just behind the head, so it's pushing the chin into the chest. I'm going to go a little bit further so that there's a lot of space between the chin and the chest here. And then we'll take our hands to either a cactus, so you can draw shoulder blades down, arms are in goalposts, or you can slide your fingertips underneath your head or underneath your block, whatever feels best and doesn't feel like too big of a stretch to start. And then we'll take our feet a little bit wide and let the knees fall together, or just reach your legs out long, whatever feels best. And then find just a little tiny press through the back of the head into the block to lift the chin on just another millimeter. And let your eyes close and take your attention to your jaw. Allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let the lips part and the teeth part. And start to find the sensation of your breath. Letting the lower jaw go as slack as possible. And letting your body just drop into gravity as the exhales come. Watch what happens as the jaw relaxes. What happens in the forehead, the neck, shoulders. Breathing easy and comfortable. Maybe 3 more breaths, your rhythm, your pace. When you're ready, just start to slide the block out from under the head and rest the hands by the sides or on your belly and notice the space around your shoulders, your neck, and your jaw. Whatever sensations you notice. The temperature, the texture. And then start to hug your knees in towards the chest. And you can find the hands behind the knees, or the top of the knee, or the shin, whatever feels accessible and breathable. And we'll just take a couple of circles, one direction, and then the other. Feeling the back body against the ground. Maybe a little rocking side to side. And then eventually we'll let the knees go over to the right in a twist. And this is where your block can come in handy again. You might set the block to support just outside the knee, or you might support just to the insides of the knee here. And then take your hands to the sides, or you can rest them on the belly again. You can even reach up overhead as well. Now take a moment to imagine that you could breathe space into the space between each vertebra. And on your exhale, let yourself drop into gravity any amount. Two more breaths. As you're ready, use your inhale to gently bring yourself back through center. You can hug the knees in, gently rocking in circles or side to side, or just give yourself a moment of stillness. Notice how you feel down the left side and down the right side. And then we'll let our knees go off to the left. Again, you can support underneath or just to the inside of the knees with your block. Hands can go to the side, to cactus, to belly, whatever feels best. Imagine you could breathe space into the space between each vertebra as you inhale. And as you exhale, find another layer of release towards the ground. One more big, steady breath. And let it go. We'll inhale to come back through center. Again, you can circle or rock or find stillness, whatever feels good here in the center. Your feet might come back to the ground as well. Again, following what feels supportive and easeful in your body. We're gonna come to a seat. So you might just roll to the side and gently help yourself up, however feels good to you, or you might rock yourself up if that feels good, just taking your time. And then we'll come to child's pose. So we're gonna you can use a blanket here to help support the knees, especially if they feel tender against the ground. Let the knees go off to the sides just a little bit. Big toes come towards touching, they don't have to touch. And then we're gonna reach our arms out in front. The forehead can come to the ground or to a block if the ground feels far away. And we're gonna take this into an outer shoulder stretch. So I'm gonna keep my left hand reaching forward and take my right arm and reach it under the left shoulder. Again, your forehead can remain on the block. You can come down to the ground, whatever feels best. And finding your breath in the outer edge of the shoulder. What I mean by that is just seeing if you can access the sensation with your breath. Again, just a couple breaths here. And taking your time, switch sides. Breathing into the outer edge of the shoulder, even into the left side of the rib cage. A breath or two more, your rhythm. And slowly come through center. Let the forehead rest on your block or on the ground. Big breath into the space between your shoulder blades. And let it go. And slowly take hands under the shoulders, pressing yourself up. And then we'll come back to laying on our backs. You can come into a constructive rest pose here, or you can lay out for a Shavasana or final resting pose. Constructive rest is letting the feet go wide and letting the knees fall together. This just helps the low back if you feel like your low back isn't comfortable laying flat on the ground. Or you can extend your legs out long. Hands go to the side or rest on the belly. If it feels safe, close your eyes and feel the support of the ground. The bones drop heavy into that support. Taking steady, easy breaths. Welcome your whole experience as it is. Not trying to change it. Welcome the movements of mind, breath, sensation, and emotion. Just letting your experience be exactly as it is. Notice what shifts in you when you give yourself permission to be as you are. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you'd like, or start to bend your knees. Roll to one side. Take a breath. Let it go. And gently come back to a seat. However feels easeful and supported in your body. Notice how you feel now. What is shifted and what hasn't. Palms can come together at the space and place in front of the heart if you want. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Everything in me bows to everything in you. Namaste.